What if everything you've been told about Swedish ancestry is wrong? Thanks to groundbreaking DNA research, scientists are rewriting Sweden's origin story and challenging the myth that Swedes are just descendants of Vikings. Let's discover the shocking truth behind Swedish DNA. For centuries, many believed Swedes descended directly from Vikings, but DNA evidence says otherwise. The earliest Swedish ancestors arrived after the Ice Age. Dark-haired, skilled hunter-gatherers living along frozen lakes and forests. Over thousands of years, Sweden became a meeting place for Stone Age foragers, early farmers, and mysterious steppe tribes. Each migration shaped a new genetic layer. Long before the Vikings or the Swedish state, the Sami people roamed northern Sweden. Their ancestry traces to ancient Siberian populations. The north still carries unique Sami DNA, a genetic signature distinct from much of Europe. In Lapland and mountain regions, you'll see this living history in culture and genes. Most think Sweden is genetically uniform. In reality, southern Sweden holds early farmer ancestry, continental European influences, and centuries of mixing. Northern Sweden remains tied to ancient hunter-gatherers and isolated Sami roots. Where you're from in Sweden says a lot about your origins. The Lakes region? It blends both worlds. Some surprising genetic discoveries come from Motala, where 8,000-year-old hunter-gatherers look nothing like today's Swedes. Gotland remains genetically distinct, blending Baltic and mainland ancestry. Also, Swedish DNA carries traces of Viking slave captives from the British Isles, Baltic states, and Eastern Europe. These mixing events shaped Sweden's gene pool more than most realize. Before the Vikings, the Funnelbeaker people built stone monuments and farmed wheat. They disappeared around 4,500 years ago, replaced by the battle axe culture, horse-riding warriors from Russian and Ukrainian steppes, whose DNA forms much of Sweden's population today. Vikings were not the origin of the Swedish people. The land was already a genetic crossroads. Viking remains show a mix: Baltic, Southern European, and more. The myth of pure Nordic blood vanishes when you examine the evidence. Blonde hair and blue eyes come from thousands of years of adaptation to northern climates, not just Vikings. Every Swedish face today carries the memory of migrations. Ancient hunters, Arctic peoples, European farmers, steppe warriors, Vikings, and modern immigrants. Sweden's DNA is a living testament, complex, diverse, and more beautiful than any old stereotype. Did your DNA test reveal Swedish roots? Surprised by the history of Sweden's genetics? Share your story in the comments, subscribe for more revelations, and remember, Sweden was never just Viking. It's the result of thousands of years of human journeys. Subscribe now for more facts that shaped history.